I'm Younis, and I'll be presenting AmPower DeepMatrix. And it is actually a research-oriented predictive analysis app that is built on the top of Frappe and ERPNext. So let me first introduce myself. So I am a data science engineer and a part of a data science team working at AmPower Technologies. And our team works on data analytics and more of research, I must say, that help the small and medium-sized businesses to use AI and do research and predicted, or we can say the forecast-driven business insights in the future. So at AmPower, we are actually deploying and scaling the Frappe and ERPNext projects and enhance the SMEs and MMEs with AI, mobile, and cloud integrations. And we're actually building a business suite. That is actually one-stop business suite, I must say, what we call AmPower. And it is built using Frappe, ERPNext, Flutter, and other technologies as well, where you can actually access your business at one point. So most of this suite is open source, and many more is coming in future as well. Okay, so let me take you to the journey of a product what we call AmPower DeepMatrix. So our journey starts with a research in demand and forecasting models. So where our aim was to find the best suited forecasting model for your sales transactional data. So for the last 2 years, we are doing research in this field, and we have already published a research paper in this as well. And I will be talking a little bit more in the next slides regarding the research. And once we actually do research on your data set as well, we found the best suited model that fits on your data and do the best predictions. And based on that predictions or forecasts, you can develop the actionable insights and don't rely on the boring reports only as well. And we have also another model that we call AmPower Gyro that enables you literally to talk with your data as well. So this is this will be like a chat GPT for your data, I must say, or for your ERPNext. And all this we are packaging as a plug and play like Frappe app. So yes, so this is the problem statement that we worked on when we started our journey. So the problem statement was can you do the predictive analysis or forecast analysis for your business future on the current ERPNext deployment? And at that time, answer is no. But using the DeepMatrix as a functional layer over ERPNext, now the answer is yes. You can do forecasts analysis, and you can actually predict the future of your business using DeepMatrix. So the functional layer looks like this, where we start with research-driven analysis. And in the next slide, I'll be talking more about research as well. So where we did, we literally, I should say the research at the initial stage, but we did a literature survey of the forecasting models that are available. Because the forecasting, we first identified the sales forecasting problem, and it falls under the domain of time series forecasting. And we start investigating on that topic. And finally, we found that there are both statistical and machine learning models that are available, and we can use or leverage them to do forecasting on our sales data. So we did the pilot on almost on our 3 data sets, both on benchmark as well as the real world data sets as well. And once our research finds the best model that suits your data, we define either ML model or statistical model for your data set. And here the definition means hyperparameter tuning of that model. And for example, if we use any deep learning based model, then the hyperparameters can be like number of layers we can use, etc. And once the forecasting model definition is ready, and once we deploy it on your data set, then you get the forecast on the transactional data. That is forecast for next 1 year. That if you are forecasting today, you will get the forecast for next 1 year for next 365 data points, I must say. Right? And based on that forecast data, you can do the prescriptive analysis. And on the top of that, there sits the agentic AI service, what we call the GIO, that enables you to converse or talk with your data. And this GIO is like an agentic AI sidekick, and it includes latest model context protocol technology, and it for the workflows, and it is integrated in Frappe. So here, let's talk a little bit about our research, because this DeepMatrix app is actually a research-oriented app. It is not like that you just randomly select or choose any model for your data set and start forecasting. So no, it will be like that the model that we choose for your data set is all research backed. It is not like that you randomly choose any model for your data set. So in our research, we simply, and by the way, you can actually get our research paper that is published in IEEE Explore from here. So it starts with ALT process. It's where we extract the data from the ERPs, and the data is usually the transactional data or sales data. And then we can not only ERP, we can use the other ERPs like NetSuite as well, and other benchmark data sets as well. So it's not like this only ERPNext. And we transform that data, do the data modeling, and after the data modeling is fine, then we load the this processed data as well as the forecasted data in our Frappe doc types or BigQuery or other AWS or other this cloud services as well, where you can easily integrate other services like Apache supersets for dashboards. So after this, we have to choose what infrastructure you will use to run our models, because we are not only using the statistical models that will only do the average-based forecasting. So we are actually using the machine learning based models as well that learns the pattern of your data, of your historic data. Based on these patterns, your forecasts will be obviously the better forecasts, I must say. So it is not the average based forecast. So for this, we need some extra computation as well if the data is big, or if we are using any machine learning model. So for this, we can use the CPU as well. We can do the deployment on the CPUs as well. But if the data is big, we can use the Google Colab service. We can use the GCP on demand, or we can use Vertex AI services or AWS SageMaker as well. So there are multiple infrastructure options available for the deployment of the models. And after the deploy this infrastructure, everything is ready, then we can deploy and perform the forecasting using ensemble technique. Our ensemble technique here means that you will combine the power of machine learning model as well as a statistical model in one, and based on this, you can do the forecasts. So, and the forecasting here is not only the point forecasting. We are able to do the probabilistic forecasting as well. So based on the historic data, your model can forecast a distribution of data. And from that distribution, you can choose your data point, what you have to predict or what you will use. Usually we use mean, but you will get the band of forecasts. So based on that band of the forecasts, you can accordingly track and align the future of your business. Yes. So we have tested it on the 3 Polar data sets. We have used almost 200, 300 SKUs. And we have used the transactional data having almost at 10 million data points or 10 million rows. So Now, what is the outcome of the DeepMatrix in ERPNext? What will be the outcome? So, outcome is simple. The forecast or the forecast data points for next 365 days at max. And based on this forecast data, you can plan your inventory, or you can do the inventory demand forecasting. And you will be able to get the answer of the questions like when and how much to buy, so that you can keep your stock healthy. And you can do the forecast, this cash flow forecasting as well, or you can do the, based on the forecast sales, you can set the target for your sales team as well. And after all this, you can track and align your business in future, because you are actually doing all this on the forecasted data. And you can do the visualization. Frappe Insights is already there, because your data resides on the doc type, so you can always connect with your Frappe Insights. But we are providing the Apache Superset integration as well. You can you can integrate your DeepMatrix with the Apache to get more complex MIS dashboards. And then on the top of it, there sits this this chatbot. Okay, now let me, there are many reports available, and data is inside the doc type, so you can build your reports as well. But let me introduce some basic reports that can help your business in future. And you can take the initial decisions to avoid the potential losses, etc. For example, if I explain the first row of this report, it will be like that for the item code 13001, the forecast sales is this, and your in-hand quantity is this, average selling price is this. And if you don't buy the stocks and put the stocks, then there might be the potential loss in next week, like 73172. So these are the kind of insights you can actually get from this from the forecasted data. Another report is like this set cash flow, where in-hand quantity is greater than the forecast sales. So your cash flow may stuck if you don't turn out this the quantity of this particular item code. Another report will simply answer the question like when to buy and how much to buy. For example, for a particular item, for example, 10021, where average selling is runway is this, number of days is this, and you have to buy quantity this, and buy quantity is actually the forecasted quantity. And you have to buy before 12/11/2025, so to avoid the potential loss for your business. So this is these are the insightful reports available in the ERPNext, which is built on the top of DeepMatrix once your forecast data is available there. And you can build many more. For example, I can show some dashboards as well that are built on the Apache, like this. This is the future sales performance, or you can have this this past sales performance as well. And this is built on the Apache supersets. Right now, or we can have the alerts as well. So these are the alerts. For example, for the item code 1018, if expected sale is this, total sale is this, deviation is this. So based on these deviations, you can send alerts. It is not only coming to the dashboards, you can actually send these alerts to the Google chat or WhatsApp or Slack, etc. So that you can remain ahead and do the smart decisions. Like, now let's talk a little bit about the AmPower Jive that I already mentioned, that it is like a chatbot. It is like a chat GPT for your data. So it is, for example, it is actually built on the top of a Frappe instance where we have multiple agents, and these multiple agents are being built on the N8N this workflow. For example, agent 1, this is a workflow for this N8N 1 workflow accordingly. So, and on the top of this, there is a protocol that is governing all this, what we call the model context protocol. And we are using any LLM for this, like we have GPT-4, but we can integrate any LLM for this. And On the top, there is a chat interface that is simply a Frappe page or a chat button inside your Frappe app where you can talk with your data. So this app is open source, and you can see it from here. So it will simply you can simply ask the question, what is the forecast of this item, and you will get the results. And you can ask more complex questions as well. So you can actually dive into the prescriptive analysis domain. For example, you can ask a question like this: compare the sales of past 6 months of particular item groups, and you will get the results. So at last is the conclusion. So we have achieved the forecasting model with the accuracy of almost 90%. And we are able to do the decisions based on this forecast data and not relying on the boring reports. And we are able to build the Frappe connectors where your data not only resides in the Frappe doc types, but you can export to other services as well using APIs, and you can converse with your data as well. And what is next? We are actually aiming to build a plug-and-play DeepMatrix app where you simply install your app inside the Frappe ERPNext, do the configuration, and you will be able to get periodic forecasts, for example, after every day or after every Friday or after every 15 days. And research also continues. We're actually tackling the problem of long-term dependency in forecasting models, and we are continuing research as well. Thank you.